Good morning or afternoon, YouTube, and here are your fantasy forecast optimal lineups for NBA FanDuel on Wednesday, February 24th, 2016. Results video from yesterday were posted earlier, and the contest tweet still hasn't gone out yet today, so keep watching Twitter if you're interested in winning the gift card. Today we have the slate we've wanted for, guys. It's a nice 10-game slate, and we're only going to know the final lineups and injuries for the first 8 games at best, 5 at worst. There's could be some gambling you can run in there if you think someone might play or might not. You guys have tons of options today for GPP. So after I do my ideal lineup, then I'm going to go through all the other sites' optimal lineups, and I highly recommend you guys mix and match all these different types of plays into your own good GPPs today as well. It's a good GPP day as long as making some cash. All right, let's get on to it. Today's cash lineup. At point guard today, I have Westbrook and Conley. I feel like I talk about Russell every time he's on the slate, but no one else just consistently gives you a 50-point starting floor, and he's so hard to fade in a cash game for all the reasons I previously brought up. Playing against Dallas, he's got a nice upside today into the 60s as well with a great pace on the game. So I'm rounding out the point guard position with Conley because he's on a Memphis team that's adjusted their injuries by basically starting him every night. He's going to be a free agent this summer, and he's looking to tear the court up and has been doing so since the break. The man looks solid for 30 fantasy points tonight, but my computers actually project him at 37. At shot guard, I have Levine and Moore. Levine has been very consistent as of late, great for cash games, but tonight's game is a bit high on the over-under too, so I'm thinking there might be a bit of upside along with that floor with him as well tonight. Moore is finally adjusted up on FanDuel by a couple $100, but it's still a complete value with his time on the court and running 30 minutes a night basically. The game is supposed to stay close too, which means he's likely not to just hit that 5 times value that he's been doing lately, but probably exceed it. At small forward tonight, I have Harris and Matt Barnes. Harris is the real easy call here tonight. He's a guaranteed full minutes, he's got a high floor, and he can even give you the unexpected 40-point fantasy performance. The best part is he's playing Philly. I don't need to say anything else there. The second choice is a lot tougher here. I would have picked up Marcus Morris here with Stanley Johnson out because he's going to get some extra time and should probably perform, and I may still do so depending on the Leonard situation in San Antonio with Aldridge down there. But for now, I've got Barnes in there with the banged-up Memphis team. You know, they're basically looking to rebound tonight against the dismal Lakers, and Barnes is going to get his time too. All right, at power forward, I've got Love and Randolph. Love has just been tearing things up since the break, guys. And even against Charlotte, my computers have him coming in between 35 and 39 fantasy points tonight, which is an excellent 5 times value. It's a good place to park a mid-range salary. Aldridge falls in this same boat too, but it's harder to call on him, like I said before, without knowing what Kwame Leonard's status is going to be tonight. If he plays, it's going to cut into their minutes. So I'm just going to take the safety play with the upside here, go with Love. Randolph, though, guys, he's the no-brainer pick. He's been averaging more than 5 times value, and he hits 4 times when he doesn't hit. Sometimes he's running 6, 7, 8 times value. It's nuts. And he's also got the best opponent in the board against his position tonight. He's playing the Lakers. Run him in every lineup, cash or GPP. At center tonight, I have Drummond. The left shot here has one other big option. If you want to go, you can go with Karl Anthony Towns. Don't take Boogie tonight, though, because he's playing San Antonio. If you have the cash somehow for Towns, I'm projecting him around 44, 45, but I'm also projecting Drummond at 42, and I'll take that to make this cash lineup work. It's a lot cheaper. So that's it for my optimal lineup, guys. Here are the others that have been provided to me by the public. I'll go back. This one right here is the Roto Grinders ideal lineup for today. They have at point guard, Conley and Rose. At shot guard, Wade and Batum. At small forward, Harris and Barnes. At power forward, Zebo and Dieng. And at center, they have Drummond. Going back onto the Roto Wire ideal lineup for today, Roto Wire has us at Jackson and Dragic for point guard, Wade and Ellis for shot guard, Harris and Morris for small forward, power forward, Aldridge and Randolph, and center, Drummond again. One more time, going on to Fantasy Pros lineup for today. Fantasy Pros optimal lineup is Westbrook and Jackson at point guard, Ellis and Matthews at shot guard, James and Harris at small forward, Aldridge and Scola at power forward, and Jefferson at center. And finally, Daily Fantasy Cafe has Westbrook and Paul at the point guard position, Levine and Affalo for shot guard, Harris and Barnes for small forward, Porzingis and Portis for power forward, and Drummond again for center. Popular pick tonight for center at Drummond. All right, back to my upcoming lineup again, guys. And this is the one I would recommend for a 50-50 cash entry. As you can see, I have it in a $5 one myself. Point guard, Westbrook Conley. Shot guard, Levine Moore. Small forward, Harris and Barnes. Power forward, Love and Randolph. Center, Drummond. Guys, I'll have a new camera up and running. This will look a lot better by this weekend. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your support. Have a great day, guys, and go win some money.